This is a deep dive into the Caddx system. Everything you need to know from putting it on your drone. Let's try this again. I'm sorry guys, but I'm sick, so I don't seem enthused. I'm super enthused. My wife is telling me you sound miserable. You sound miserable. I'm so happy because I'm about to go on a deep dive through the whole Caddx system. We're going to teach you how to install the system, how to update the firmware. We're going to go over the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm going to show you everything. To tell you the truth. I'm not good at pretending to be happy. I also don't want you to click away from the video because it's the 30 seconds at the beginning are the most important. Now I sound desperate. Thanks.
Just be bloody normal.
I can't be normal because I'm not normal.
We'll learn to be.
Okay.
I'm telling you, so that
Ariel, just be quiet. When the system first came out and you saw all the reviewers going over the Protos kit, there were a lot of good and bad stuff. So I reached out to Caddx and I said, hey, tell me about the system. What is the weakest link? Is it the radio link? Is it the VTX? They said it was, you have to understand what it is. It's a cheap system for new people to be able to experience FPV on a budget. Fair. Radio, it's like kind of like a copy of Express LRS. So we don't have as good radio link, but the video system is pretty good. I said, please just send me a VTX and the goggles. I'll build a custom drone with the system, and then people can see what it's actually like without having to compare it to cheap little kind of toy drone and a bad radio link. Let's see what it can actually do. It's the day of posting this video. This is today. There's Betaflight with their A1 system. There's HGLRC with their system. Now they're all using that chip, Antori chip or whatever. And there's also drama because people from the Walks now, they got these fancy goggles. They don't really like that there's a new cheap system. That's kind of the conundrum. At the same time, time has gone by. The chips that are inside these, they're about 30% less hot. So it's more efficient and everything. And it's cheap.
can't say it's cheap.
Yes, it's cheap.
It's affordable.
You're basically, it's affordable. Ariel, just, it's basically, it's cheap. FPV pilots are cheap. And it is cheap. We're going to show you the performance. You're going to get to see everything in the video. Wonderful. The moment I started using it, I was impressed. Is it perfect? No, but what is? But for $40 to be able to have close to Vista performance when you paid $200 for a Vista before, that's huge. So the moment I started using this, I was like, this is going to get more expensive. So while it was $40, I ordered two with my own money, and I did that like right away. The moment I started using it, because I was like, this is amazing. Now they're $50. The price has gone up a bit. Before you could get it all, it was Boxing Week when I got it. $200 you could get it all. Now it's about $250. If you do purchase anything, please use my affiliate links below. It helps me out. It also shows Caddx that I've helped you find the system, that I'm a good guy to give stuff to. I have a whole pile of deals in description, so just go through the links, see if there's anything you want. I found the best deals for you, and I got a website. Take a look at it. You can check out my frames and stuff, and yeah. But if you wanted to dive into digital cheaply without any worries, $50, you'd take it out, you'd put it on your analog quad, and there you go. You're flying digital and having a great time for $250. When I got the DJI V2 goggles for the first time, they were brand new. They costed $700 on Amazon. I thought I got a good deal. By the time they got here, I had paid $900. So that was the saltiest I ever felt about any FPV purchase. Was it beautiful? Yes. But did I want to pay $900 for it? No. So I felt the exact opposite with this. When I got to try this and see, I was like, wow, I feel like I'm getting great value. But let me take you on the journey. Everything you need to know from putting it into your quad, updating the firmware, the experience, and the best settings for you. I'm going to take you through everything. Sit back, relax, and let's go on this journey. I've had a horrible week. I've lost 2 drones, full setup with action cam and everything, but this is very nice. something good has happened. I want to say thank you to Caddx, Leo from Caddx. You're the man. Today we're going to show you the cheapest way to get into digital FPV. Is it OpenIPC? No, it is Caddx FPV Goggles Ascent and the Accent Light VTX. All you've done is fly analog for less than $200. A VTX and a goggle. For the cost of the goggles L, which is this is basically the same thing, you can get yourself the Ascent system with this. So there's a stronger VTX coming. There's also the VRXs. Whew, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, what's in the box? Honestly, they don't feel bad. Let's see what they're like when you put them on. I do have a very big head. Let's plug it in and see what happens. First time plugging it in and looking at the screen. Oh, Caddx FPV. The fan is strong. I like the menus. I really like the menus. There's a lot of stuff in here. First thing, this is really cool. Like, I did not expect it to even look, the screen looks amazing. The light is, I like it and I don't like it. Like, I like it because it's cool, but I don't like it because it's, like, I like to be a secret ninja. And I don't know if I can be a secret ninja if I have that light on. So I wonder if we can we turn off the LED? High quality or smooth? I want smooth. LED. Ooh. I can turn it off. That's cool. So you can turn it on if you're like trying to show off and like get attention. Or if you want to be more, you know, modest and sneaky, you can turn it off. It's really feels solid, looks nice. Ooh, you even got a little wiper. I'm genuinely quite excited. Hopefully I don't get disappointed by the latency. I was also told that I need to update the firmware. Okay, so how do we update the firmware? First, we're going to go to Caddx's website. We're going to download it. We're going to go here to products. You're going to click on Walk Snail. Then on Walk Snail, you're going to click on Walk Snail Ascent Goggles. Now we're going to scroll down to the bottom of the page and we're going to see something that says, I think, Download Center. Download Center. Okay. And here we go. Ascent Goggles. Download. No, that's the guide. We want to go down. That's how you get the guide. But we want the firmware. So we're going to go to the Accent firmware, and this is the latest, newest one. So you go there. So couldn't preview, it's too large. Download it anyways. Now when it downloads, it's going to be, what's that called? You got to extract it. So you right click on it, you put extract all, you extract it. There we go. Now we go to download 16.5.7. So we got brand new firmware for it. We're going to put on the Caddx PC tool for Windows. Okay. And there we go. We're going to extract all, extract. Now we got the new tool. Now what you're going to do is go over here and make it English. Now it's English. Now we're going to go to upgrade. We're going to have to connect our device. Okay, so we got the little cord that came with the VTX. We're going to plug that into the VTX. Bloody stripped screw. Of course. Why? Because we hate you, Matthew. We hate you. Okay. We're going to plug the drone in. We don't even have to turn it on. We click connect. Okay, so we are in version 16.5.3. Every firmware update has made it quite a bit better, and they've been updating it quite frequently. Now, here are the firmwares. There's going to be the ground, which is your goggles, and there's going to be the sky. Usually there's one of each, but what we're going to do is we're going to take the sky one, boom, upgrade. It's done. Disconnect. And now for the goggles, go to that download. You see, we extracted it. It's here. We had our tool that we used to update our thing, and we have the firmwares. Now this is the ground one, so this is going to be for the goggles. So we're going to take this, and we're going to send it to our USB drive. We're also going to look at our USB drive to make sure that the old one isn't there. The old one isn't there. We got it on our drive. Okay. Now we're going to disconnect it. We're going to put it back into the goggles. And then we're going to power up our goggles. We're going to push the button in there for 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. That beep happened. It restarts. It says no upgrade. So maybe it was the other file. We're going to look at the other file because there were 2 files. So maybe one of them were wrong. And we'll take this lower one. And we'll send this. 6, 7, 8. There we go. You wait for the beep. Now this one is working. Can you see it? There you go. So now we're on the latest firmware, our goggles, and our drone. I have an old discus that has no VTX in it, so this will be perfect. All I'll have to do is take off the camera. Holy, it's small. Ooh, the camera's little too. I thought this was going to be like a big camera. It's a little camera. This looks like it's almost the same size as the ant. I'm hoping this will work with one of my prints, so I don't have to design new prints. Got little grommets and stuff. I'm probably just going to double-sided tape this to the top of my thing. It comes with a little antenna, and honestly, when it comes to digital, usually these dipole antennas are good enough. But this is going to be a light build. And we have, I guess this is how we update the firmware.
The same place that you had your VTX
and camera installed. That's the same place you're going to connect your new VTX minus the camera. So now we're going to look at the wiring diagram. And my original ant print, it's not that pretty, but it works. So we're just going to do it because we're going to get this up nice and quick. Okay, so now we're going to disconnect these wires. Okay, we're going to strip these wires. Just take the tips off. Flux them, tin them. There we go. No. Solder sucker. Very nice. First, we're going to clean off this pad. I'm going to put the sucker on again. And now we're going to go with the ground and the 5 volt. There we go. Now we got to do TX2. It's the third one to line it up nicely. TX2 RX2. I'm going to flux it. Add a bit of solder. There we go. This goes to the RX2. And I think that's that. We're wired up. Bind on the goggles. Do that. And then we hit that. They're bound. I have video. I can see voltage. It's upside down. Now let's disconnect. I should have had the antenna on the VTX. Shame on me. Closer to the back, maybe. Not have those pieces sticking out. It's actually good if it wiggles a bit, like if it's not super hard, because if you hard mount it, it won't take a hit as well. Whereas this, the worst thing that could happen is you have a smack and maybe the VTX comes loose. But probably not. Screw the top. Just like that. Screw it back on.
Already, it's working. Okay, what is our weight at? This might be 18, but you could slam this into a 15 millimeter slammed thing. This weighs 100 grams. So with the battery, 156 grams. Amazing. Wipe that little lens. And now let's go to the computer and set it up on Betaflight.
We've been blessed. Now tell me, we're gonna plug this into the computer, do the setup, and we're gonna have OSD. Tell me that. Okay, we go to ports, we go to 2. Uh-oh. What are we on? We're on 4.4, it should work. Okay, let's go to ports. Let's go to 2. Do we turn it on, I think? Or we just go like this? Oh yeah, let's just see if that does it. We can go to presets. There's no Ascent yet. Avatar. Let's just try this. Okay, and we're going to do that to 2. Pick. Save and reboot. Okay. We're going to go to the OSD part. And we're going to make it HD. Oh, it is HD. Let's just see if we have the stuff in there. Are you ready? Are you ready? That's as far as I can get it. Channel. Do I care about channel? I don't really care about channel. Maybe I do. Flight time. Not really. The voltage. I can move the voltage over here. It's just weird how it's all on the side. RSD value. I don't really care about that. I care more about just the RSI. I would like this to be more here. That's better. Put this next to here. Still not ideal. I think I just hit record with this, right? If I want to record. And then if I want to stop recording. Okay. Cool. Now VTX stuff. Let's save that. Okay, let's see for the Ascent. Straight up, when it comes to the VTX, it only has 25 milliwatts and 100 milliwatts. I don't know if it has a VTX table or anything, so you can basically change the setting in the goggles. I'm on Betaflight 4.4 or something, so maybe in updates, eventually I'm pretty sure you'll be able to click the Ascent, and it'll be preset for it, and then you should be able to change it with OSD. But at the moment, with my current setup, I'm not able to. A little bit sick in the head to be flying, because if I make any mistakes, this is not going to be good, but I want to see this thing fly. I got to test it out, so let's do this. It's wet even where I sit. Okay, here we go. Maiden pack. I updated the firmware, but I made a big boo-boo. It's not system's fault, but it is something important to know. You need to use a good quality micro SD card. There was stuttering, choppiness. It wasn't as bad as what you're going to see. I'm showing you the footage. I could cut it to kind of like make it better, but I want you to see what happens if you use a bad micro SD card. Because the micro SD card was failing, it was causing it to glitch a little bit more than it would have, because later on, I put a proper micro SD card, and after that, I didn't have these problems anymore. So please use a quality micro SD card, or you might have these problems. Just get through this flight with me, okay? And we did do something fun anyways. It doesn't represent like what the flight was like. It's like playlist, this little microscope, and you can search micro SD card. I made a video about the ones I recommend so that you don't have these problems. I tried using a different brand, and it turns out that they were terrible. So you find something that works, stick to it, use the recommended micro SD cards. Oh my God, it stuttered. I'm just gonna explore a little bit. Why does it say choose a channel? I'm a little bit scared.
I'm scared. There's a little bit of latency, but it's weird. There was one little like weird thing, but I don't know, it's feeling decent. It actually like seems clearer than Vista. So whoa. It's definitely flyable. So I just want to add here that yes, the experience was definitely a lot better in person. It was really impressive, for the way that it looked. There was a little bit more glitchiness in this flight specifically, and I blame it all on the memory card, that not being able to see the voltage. Because of what I told you with the VTX tables, there's no VTX table, so those the channel setting means nothing. I believe that I do have it on 100 milliwatts, and I was able to fly and flip and everything, and just from what you see, I felt like it was clearer than the Vista. Maybe it didn't feel as stable, but it did feel about as clear as a Vista. One thing that I would really like is the option to have a smaller FOV. In a way, it's kind of nice, but if things are on the corner, it's a little hard to see them. Or even if we got 4x3 out of this, I think I would be even happier. And now here, this building, we're going to the other side of it. So we are penetrating like around that building. There's a lot of open space, but we're still on the other side of that building. And usually I'd be able to do a power loop through the McDonald's thing. Instead, we just went through it. But still, I think that's pretty good considering it's only 100 milliwatt VTX. Ooh, that got a little mushy. You know what? I'm not seeing my voltage. It's not reading my voltage. Little bit buggy. Definitely flyable. As a beginner, I'd be scared. If they can get those bugs fixed, like if they can just get it cleaned up, it could be very, very doable. I just wonder how it like breaks up as it like goes away. Like if it slowly blurs the way DJI does, or if it just dies on you. I don't really want to find out. I feel like the OSD just got stuck. I don't know if it's maybe just it's cold. I don't really care so much about having the most HD thing. Like if it could just be like that and stable, I think that's pretty flyable. It felt clearer than Vista, but Vista felt more reliable. We'll have to see. For first pack, pretty good, but something's up with the goggles. Maybe new firmware update will fix everything. I'm bothering Caddx to give me the newer firmware. Here we are in the garage, and now this was on the first set of firmware still, so it wasn't the newer one, and things do get better with the newer one. But something that I found pretty interesting about this was how it has the bit rate. It shows you the delay, and now see with HD0 and analog, I can't go here. Like that's as far as I can go. Let's try that again. That was like the limit of analog and HD0 and DJI. Like there's another side of my garage, and I can never get to the other side with any system, even on higher milliwatts and stuff. I can't get all the way around to the other side. I can just kind of go up that corner to where I did, and then I lose signal. So it was the exact same thing with this system. So it wasn't any better or worse, but in a way you could say it was kind of maybe better because it's once again only 100 milliwatts. So you see now how we have stable picture and we have voltage, and it's not lagging and it's not like glitching. So I am able to fly it in this area. I don't want to go in water. And it's also like it feels like a tiny space for a three. This is a 3.5-inch drone. Like flying a tiny whoop or whatever in these areas is a lot easier than flying a toothpick or a 5-inch. Like if you see people flying around 5 inches in a parking garage, like it takes good throttle control. And with this little light toothpick that's kind of floaty, and it's so easy to just fly up into the ceiling, it's flying decently. I don't feel like there's so much delay that it's affecting the flight. Like it does feel quite flyable. But I really want to be able to kind of like fly this outside on a nice sunny day. And in Canada right now, at this point, it hasn't. Yeah, it's freezing. Like it's just cold. So it's in a way I don't feel like overall this whole thing I haven't been able to give it kind of the true form that it would be flown in. I've been flying it in just like difficult places like this or freezing cold. I do really wonder the distance. Like, why does it say distance? It's not measuring the distance, or what's going on there? Maybe Caddx could answer that, but I just found it was really weird that there's no GPS on this or anything. So what the heck is that distance? Like, what is that number going up and down? Like, is there some sort of thing on it? Like, I can't see there being something on it that tells you the distance. I also will talk about the settings a bit. I'm not flying this at 1080p. I'm flying it at 720, and I'm taking all the settings and like kind of dialing them back. I'm trying to have it at the kind of like lowest settings possible, because what I really want is the least amount of latency. And as you can see, like I'm staying under 30 milliseconds of latency. I'm getting like around 25 milliseconds of latency sometimes. So I think that makes it a lot more flyable. Later on in the video, we are going to try it in 1080p, but I did not enjoy that. So for me, the 1080p so far with like the firmware before the newest one, it wasn't worth flying in 1080p, and it started smearing easier for me. So we'll talk about that and show that to you later, but it just off the bat, these are the settings that you'd want to be flying at. You'd want to have smooth instead of high. You'd want to have 720, and anything that can kind of like be dialed back, you can dial back. There are also some features that allow you to channel hop. So I've been playing with that a bit. So you can look at the channels and pick the channel that has the highest bars, but you can also have it on channel hop, and that way it automatically picks the best channel for you. And I haven't seemed to notice anything really negative about that. I worried that maybe it would pick, when it switches channels, you go through a period that would be glitchy or something, but really I think that first pack was so bad. It was so bad because of that memory card, and like to this day, it worries me a little bit, when you're flying, because it's like I haven't flown it that much, so it takes a while to kind of trust a system, and you don't want those bad things that were happening because of that crappy memory card to keep happening. And now I think I'm trying to get Mama's attention, or she's telling me, you know, that's enough. Are you done yet? And we're just diddling around. Now we're starting to get a bit more confidence. We're trying to push it a bit more, go a little bit faster, do some flips. Why not? Flip to the right, flip to the left. Do a flip in front of Mama. Impress her with our moves, with our drone skills. Wow, yeah, you married a pilot. Lucky girl. And this is actually my original Crux 35, like my original, the V1 with the M6000 gyro and the SPI LRS receiver. Why not? Let's lose a fresh setup. We already lost 2. Let's make it 3. We're gonna be testing the Ascent on the CN Tower. If it's good enough to get to the top of the CN Tower and back, it's good enough for me. Here we are, we're here. Are there police? I just want to do it quickly. No standing, no stopping. Come on, 1 minute.
Your destination is on the right.
Okay, hopefully I don't get in trouble. I don't get a ticket. It's right. We're just gonna do it. Just maybe up and down a couple times. Yeah, baby. I want this thing to be tighter.
Get it right, get it right, get it tight.
Okay, here we go. Is our connection good? Ugh. Windy, cold. Woo! Here we go. Connection seems fine. It's so weird. It's windy. It's windy. It's cold. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. Let's get up one time. Can we do it just one? Oh, our video's not looking good. We're coming down. Holy cow. Yeah, that is not so great. That is not so great. Okay. I'm coming back. I made it back. We survived. Wow. That's weird. That was a little sketchy. Well, we might as well just fly around since we're here. It's cold and it's windy. Woo! I can freestyle with it, man. I just can't get all the way up the tower. Woo! Trees. It feels good. It actually does feel pretty good. It's freezing cold. It is, and I can't make it to the top. Woo! At least I got to fly it a bit. It was fun. It's fun. It's freezing. My fingers are freezing. Look, it's a train. Oh. I feel like it has built-in more sensitive ISO. So that means that it's a little bit more sensitive to light. So it does look good at nighttime, like there's a little bit more noise. In the daytime, the whole picture looks way better. But at nighttime, like it was pretty darn dark. It was like 3 a.m. during this flight. But because of the higher sensitivity, it does allow you to see things and fly better. but it also degrades the image with more noise.
Okay. We're good. Oh, can I land? Can I land on the roof gently? Or is it too bloody windy? Oh, I almost lost it. I made it back home. No cops. Great and wild success. You know what's weird? I think that I have so much more, like, it honestly, the latency is not perfection or anything, but it's like, because it's so cheap and it looks so good, it's kind of like, it's like you don't care. It gives you that analog feeling in the way that you just don't care, which gives you more confidence, because it's just like, I hate latency though. I don't really like latency. I think it feels like a Vista with a bit less range. That's what it feels like, which is pretty damn good considering it's like $40. Like, you can't buy a bloody camera and a VTX for that much.
I put it on the heater to dry it up. Let's just see if it still works. I hope it still works. I fully dried it out. I never conformal code anything. Famous last words. It was all covered in snow. It was behind the camera. It was on top of the flight controller. It was a big mess.
RF signal critical.
Come on. Please work. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh, I'm not good enough to do the hand catch with these guys, but it works. We got video. I got the fresh firmware before anyone else, so we're going to put the newest firmware on. We're going to test it out.
So here we are. We're testing out the 1080p on the newest firmware at the time that I had before it was released, so I was excited. And what I noticed was that when we were going up the CN Tower and stuff before, there was a lot of smearing, and it feels like the image is not smearing anymore. The 1080p, the image looks a bit clearer, but at the same time, it does seem like it's not as stable. So it's like it kind of not smears, but it's almost like glitches a bit or something. So you want the clearest picture, you get a little bit worse latency and a little bit less, like, you can kind of see on the building the details, they're a little bit different. So personally, I'd prefer having the 720 and a little bit less latency. To me, this system, you know, it's cheap and decent enough image. Let's just get the latency down as much as possible, because that's what matters the most. And look at the wind here. I go one way and it just blows me out of the thing. The wind was a much bigger problem here than really anything else. And it was cold, and I was inside a car kind of across the street. You see, like, kind of going against the wind. And then we go with the wind, it's like it just goes forward like it's nothing. But the moment you're going against the wind, you're fighting it. But here, so yeah, this is the only time that I flew the 1080, and I'm thinking to myself, what can I do? Can I actually hit gaps? Can I go through things? I really wanted to use this kind of in a more open space just to be safe, because I was scared. I didn't want to have like any more latency than possible. So I would recommend sticking to kind of like the lowest settings possible, and basically the trade-off is less latency, which to me kind of matters
the most. Once again, it is only 100 milliwatts. So as you get further, the image can go, and that's understandable, but I think it's pretty good, and I'm still able to hit gaps. But after this flight, I prefer sticking to the 720. I really would, though, like to just have a nice, warm, sunny day where I can just be an idiot with the system and kind of push it. Because I wasn't going super fast, I was kind of taking it easy. One thing that I really hated with Vista, and I started off as an analog pilot, and then I flew digital for a summer, and in that summer I broke like 10 Vistas. See, this was 4 years ago. The footage from the Vista broke my camera on one of these poles without even seeing that I hit it. Look at the clarity and like how it smears and stuff compared to this new system with a much bigger camera, like a camera that's twice the size. And there were quite a few times where I hit something, but I didn't see myself hit it. So it's like the latency was bad enough that I hit it before even seeing it, and then next thing you know, you're on the ground. I didn't feel like that with this. But then I also was taking it easy, right? So now I got out of the car for the next flight, and I'm like, let's actually push it back to the 720. Let's do some freestyle. This is one of my places that I like to go. But it was just, it's so windy. It's so windy and freezing that it was a yucky time. It was just like, you don't want to be outside at all. And the wind, just a combination of the wind, the cold, not wanting to lose my drone, and at the same time kind of wanting to push it and give you guys like a fun freestyle video. It was more of just like, I'm trying to survive to get through this. But you see a nice little sunset, and you see that I think that this is nice. I think that this system's kind of perfect for a beginner at the park. It's not going too far. You spend your 40, 50 bucks on it, and you just know that you can just rip this thing around, have footage that looks nicer than analog that you can share, and it's not so terrible. Like, it's visually appealing. You don't have the breakup. You get to experience flight. Like, I don't think you can really beat this. Now, there are the other systems too, which I haven't been able to try yet. And I don't know if I will, because I really wouldn't have purchased any of this stuff if it wasn't sent to me. That's why I never really got the Walksnail system, because I already have DJI, so I just didn't feel like Walksnail has anything to offer. Whereas with this, it's just so cheap that you kind of can't go wrong. And I really feel that, like, if you bought this system and you don't have a higher end system and all you've flown is analog, or it's the first system you're going to use, I can't see a world where you buy it and you're like, I can't believe I wasted my money on this, because it's good. And this is just horrible conditions, right? I'm in horrible conditions. So hopefully where you are, it's nice, sunny, and warm, and you could really have some fun with it. But price to joy, it takes the cake. Because when you spend $300-400 on a DJI Air unit, you don't fly it as dumbly. You don't feel as kind of safe, because it's just like, oh man, I crashed this, and then it's like buying a GoPro or something, or having to buy the whole thing all over again. We're using the Meteor Pro 75. This is about as big as you want to go with a 1S and keep power. It doesn't have a built-in receiver, so I got this busted one. I'm going to add a thing to it, and then we're going to put the Caddx Ascent, and we're going to use the Happy Model 1002 motors. Double-sided tape the receiver underneath. I made an Express LRS wire and connected it to the flight control. Check it out. There it is, all done. See, the oled weight is 33 grams. Now let's see if it can fly. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Built this tiny whoop, as you saw, and I was really excited to, test indoor flying with the whoop and see what that's like. But right after that test flight, one of the ESCs stopped working. I don't know why. MEPS is sending me a new flight controller, so it's just I didn't get to make that part of the video. But you saw you can build a pretty nice light whoop. We're going to be diving into this probably in the future. But I will have on my Maker's World, I'll have the prints. So if you want to get the system and put it on a whoop, like description below, just get one of the Meteor Pro for $80, the one that has no VTX on it. You get a VTX, you stick this on it, and you can start flying one of these. It'll be at my Maker's World, and all you got to search is Toronto FPV, and you'll find me there. If I don't have it up, harass me to put it up, okay? Now I'm going to show you how to get your OSD in your videos. But wait, Matthew, your OSD looks so cool. How do I put OSD on my video? When you're flying walk snail or Ascent, the OSD isn't burned into it the way that you can do it on DJI and all that. So it's a little bit, let's just do it. I'll show you how to do it. Go to Google, type in walk snail OSD tool. Then you're going to see the GitHub. You're going to click on that. You're going to scroll down a little bit and you're going to find the Windows one and the Mac one. So grab the latest release, download it onto your computer, extract it just like you did that other thing, and then put the folder somewhere you can get it all the time. So I have it right here, release, click it. Now you're going to open up your walk snail OSD generator. You click it. Now you have the thing. Now you have your now you're going to find your files that has the files from your goggle. You put them on your computer. Whatever video you get, it's going to have two files that come with it. It's going to have the OSD file with the same name, and it's going to have the SRT file with the same name. So you're going to take these three files. Now, if you don't care, you can just use the video and it'll look beautiful without having OSD on it. So if you just want the footage, but if you want to have the OSD, you take all three of them, you just dump them there. But wait, nothing happens. Okay, that's because the other thing you have to do is go to that file that had the OSD generator, and now you get to pick your font. Okay, so you can dump this one, see how it looks. Okay, nice and little. You can take this one. I think I like this one because I'm blind. And then this one, I'm not. I have good vision, but see how little it is? Like if you want to show it, you might as well show it, right? So you have 4 to choose from. I like the big one, so stick the big one there. And then you can adjust it so you can make it go to the side, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. Okay, so we have it to the right. You can make it go up or down. You could zoom it in or zoom it out. So you make it bigger or smaller. You make it go up and down. What more do you need it to do? Now you're going to click on upscale video to 1440 because when you put videos on YouTube, you should always upscale them to 1440 anyways. Otherwise, they'll get compressed extra terribly. But if you upscale, yeah, that's other thing. Render with OSD. Yes, please. So you do that. It starts doing the thing. And then I felt like it did it a very long time. Now, I think you can just leave it and it'll do it. Fast forward. You can see it's doing this. And you can see that it's doing it here. So it's going to take a while to do that all, but it will do it. And then when it's done, I felt like it took too long and I just hit cancel. But even though I did that, see, it's just doing it anyway. So I hit cancel. And I don't think you have to hit cancel, but I just found one of the other ones, it felt like it was taking forever. I hit cancel and it said it was done. So canceling it, once it gets to this point, doesn't stop it. So that's what I do. Do whatever you want. We're going to have to wait a while. I'm going to eat a salad. I'll be back. Okay, it's done. Just in time for me to not eat my salad. Okay, so now when we go back to the file that was in, we have our beautiful original file without the crap in it, or we get to see it all.
It is at this point in the video that I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me by subscribing, smashing the like button, and maybe consider becoming a Patreon. I take a lot of time to put into making these videos to teach you stuff and entertain you. If you appreciate it, it'd be really nice if you could do that to put some fuel in the tank so I can keep going, because these videos take a lot of work. It's nice to get free products, but I make like less than $50 a month off of YouTube. If at any point, I could get to the point where I'm a full-time creator, that would be a bloody dream come true. And for as little as $1, you can join my Patreon. For $10, you can have your name shown. And the people that join that also get access to my music library. So every year, I've kept track of all my copyright-free music. Anyone that joins that $10 Patreon gets access to that. So if you make videos and you want music that's safe to use in them, you'll be able to use my directory. You'll be supporting me. $2. If 1,000 of you join the $2 Patreon, that'd be enough to be able to basically let me go full time. So consider that. Thanks for watching. Smoochy smoochy. Kiss your loved ones, okay? Tell them you love them. Don't be like my dad. Well, I don't know if I want him to kiss me, but it'd be nice if he was around a bit more.
Man, it's 5 o'clock and it's bloody dark outside. I haven't been in a good freestyle situation, so I thought we're gonna put the new firmware on and we're gonna go dive some buildings and see how it is. I really wanted to show you this during the day. I think that the daytime, the camera looks a lot better. Because I like this tall, there's over there, the very tall purple building, the purple light. It's really sick. We could do that. I feel like doing the bright TD one. And then there's the CN Tower too. Could have done the CN Tower again, but I've done it so many times. I don't want to have to go up all the stairs and go to the other side. So I think we're gonna do that one. It's lit. So our mission, have a sick freestyle diving experience and run back to the theater just in time for the movies. Or break or lose another drone. And no one gets the movies because I have all the tickets on my phone. That'd be horrible. That's not happening. Now at some point I really do want to test the penetration on this system, but I'm going to do that more when I have my little drones that I don't care about. Sometimes I love the city, sometimes I hate it. I never dove this one. I could just dive this and go quick, but no, we want spectacular, like that, baby. Oh, you can't even compare. Look how beautiful it is.
Here we go, an actual fun one. Once again, it's bloody freezing. So windy also. So I was I don't know, I was scared. I was also ready for it to start blurring the way it did kind of at the CN Tower, but I think the performance was pretty good. Look at the bit rate delay and everything. I was flying pretty far from myself once again, so I was scared, at some point I could go behind a building or the wind will blow me into another building or something. But this was fun. This is really fun. This is a nice building. At 11 o'clock they turn off the lights though, so you can only get this building at the right time. This is also, I guess this is my first big dive with it, and there's that building there that's kind of like blocking me, so I was really scared the most of this building getting in the way of the connection. Also, it's freezing cold, so the battery is performing terribly, and when you feel totally uncomfortable, it just makes everything feel a lot worse because you're like freezing, you're shaking and stuff. So it doesn't look that terrible, but like in the moment, I think it just felt horrible and I was scared. So I didn't really, I was more risk adverse. And you know what? I think that's important also. When everything is ideal, you have something flying
properly, that you've flown a long time and you're used to and you feel safe, that is a lot more safe. When you have something like this that you don't know how it's going to perform, you don't know if it's just going to cut out or whatever, it's better probably maybe to never do stuff like this, but it's not me. You know, I like FPV is being able to be a bird, being able to fly, being able to be free. And if it means that I just have to go to a park all the time, I'll quit FPV. Like, if it gets to that point where the laws and restrictions get that much, I'll just quit. And you guys are all seeing now what's happening to us as a community. You can do everything safe, properly, and follow all the rules and still have all your kind of rights taken away from you. Or you can go have fun, enjoy your freedom while you can. And to me, I think I feel about like flying my drone wherever the same way that lots of Americans feel about having guns. And like, I have no desire to have a gun or feel like I'm missing out by not being able to have a gun or even want to shoot a gun or anything. Like, I don't really want anything to do with them. But I think about how people are so passionate about that, and that's kind of how I feel about just being able to fly wherever I want. As long as I'm flying something like this, like it's literally 150 grams. I could full force fly it into myself, and unless I go into my eye or hit my face or something, it's not going to hurt anyone. So I don't know, that's how I feel. So a nice little flight, but once again, at nighttime it's sensitive, the ISO goes up, so it just doesn't feel clear. And this camera and everything, yeah, you can fly it at night, but it just shines when you just fly during the day, and it's bright and everything and clear. I wanted to go through that gap, but I was also on a time crunch. We were about to go to the movies, and I didn't want to let down my wife and daughter.
Sorry, I flew that pack like a sissy, but it was freezing. I didn't lose a drone, and we're going to see Avatar. Yeah! Literally have like feet of snow everywhere, and it's been freezing. At least it's beautiful today. So this is going to be, I think, my last attempt to get a decent video in, because I had a really nice one, but it was a little bit, it was somewhere where I wasn't allowed to fly. And I didn't really realize it, so I can't include it, even though it's an awesome flight, because there's rats within our community, so you gotta watch out for those. I do try to keep everything legal, and though I'm a bit sketchy, I don't like encouraging anyone to do anything that they shouldn't. So, you know your limits, know the rules, and do your best to follow them. Let's go for a nice flight. Hopefully I don't end up in the snow. Although it happened last time, and it's not conformal coated or anything, so this will be fun. And you know what, we're kind of like a family, and family members sometimes aren't always the best. Sometimes they do stupid things. We all make mistakes, and you got to stick together. When you go around ratting on pilots for stupid stuff, it doesn't help the community, it hurts it. Because if we ever get in trouble, if one person gets in trouble, it's easier for everyone to get in trouble. But I hate the witch hunting. Like, I hate how people want to pick on people when they don't need to. And it really just doesn't help anyone. I think that it's better if we're all able to have a ton of fun, doing whatever we want, as long as we don't hurt anyone. You know, be reasonable, do your best to follow the rules. And you just have fun, man. Make it happy. Get a good laugh. You know, you've never horsed around with the boys before, and if you can't take that or be part of that, then maybe it's not for you. That is a car that is buried in the snow. Okay, I got this crazy fan behind me, so it's probably gonna sound horrible, but Let's try this. My fingers are freezing. Woo! Kitty kid. There's my kitty kid. Oh no! Oh no! Avery! Of course. Well, it did work very nicely until I hit a tree, but at least you got to see. It looks nice, it works nice. I'm probably gonna have to put it away. That was not a latency problem or anything. It was just me being a dum-dum. Ugh. Now I gotta go through the hole, getting it out of the snow. And look at the bloody snow. Look for a hole in the snow. I think over here. Oh man. Now my legs are just gonna be covered in bloody snow. No, Avery. I said there's a hole right there. I think it's there. Probably right in here.
Let me use my glove. Found it?
No. Ah, damn it.
Let's search. Okay?
Oh,
That little part, okay? Oh!
it's right there. It's right there. It's right in here. Ah.
No, let me use my glove. That must be really old.
Damn it.
Oh, that's difficult.
Oh no, this is horrible.
Split up, Daddy.
Oh my god, we found it. Look at this. This is horrible. Yeah, go. You know what? It's actually quite beautiful.
You should be happy. Thank me because I'm the one who saw the green stuff. You would have never found it. I digged it out and I got it.
Thank you so much. You're the best.
Now I get my leaves.
Yeah, now you can get some candy.
I made like my snowballs and stuff.
Yeah, but the snow is soft. It's not packy. Yeah, but that doesn't matter because you can't build on it. No, you can't. Listen to Daddy. Don't worry. Daddy will help you make a nice big snowman eventually. This was actually pretty fun, even though I'm freezing. Okay, moment of truth. It's all dry now. Does it work?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, dear Avery, for saving it.
If it weren't for me, you would never have it. That it wasn't even in its own shape, and I took it.